G'day guys, Corey here. We're back with part 2 of our Inwin D-frame PC build. This is our personal PC. If you guys didn't see part 1, I'll leave that link in the description. I highly recommend you guys look at that. We have some issues with this PC, and I did mention it briefly in part 1. One of the GPUs is definitely stuffing up. We don't know if the second one is stuffing up as well, and so that's what we're trying to do today. We're going to test both GPUs again, and then see if we can get all of those replaced to finally finish this system once and for all. Then we'll be able to use it on the channel. So guys, sit back and relax and we'll get right into it. So how do we know it was stuffing up? Well, we ran benchmark runs and it was underperforming by a large scale and we were getting screen tears. It was underperforming when we disabled SLI and enabled SLI, and you can see that from the benchmarks in part 1. I'll also overlay them on the screen now. So there's lots of issues that we were having, and so we're gonna get to the bottom of that today. So I don't know how many of you guys saw the part of the video at the end where we were filming these GPUs, but there was a lot of coil wind, and I've experienced this before, and sometimes it's been because of the backplates. So I'm actually going to take the backplates off for testing purposes only and see whether or not we actually do get that coil wind anymore. And then I'll know whether it is the backplates or not. If it is the backplates, then I'll probably have to just put some more thermal pads in places here and there, just so you know, it's not getting close to the PCB or touching as well. So we'll see how we go there. Let's take these off and then we'll get these all switched up into the system and ready to test. So we finally got the system up and running. Both graphics cards have been swapped around, so they're in the opposite spots to where they were in the beginning. I ran my 3D Mark Time Spy Extreme and I got a graphics score of 6,866. Now that is a pretty good score. I did a bit of research online, and right here we could see that PC Test Bench, they got 6,892, which is pretty much identical to my result. And they got a 6,750 there. And then we've also got overclock3d.net. That's their overclock score. Our graphics card isn't overclocked, but if you have a look at their NVIDIA RTX 2080 Ti, that is the founders They only got 6,352, and our score seems to be a lot higher than that at 6,866. So it's pretty consistent with where it should be, considering this graphics card is not overclocked. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the NVLink results. So these are the scores we got when we turned SLI on. 11,530. You can see that 12,000 is meant to be the average, so I was expecting around that 12,000 mark, and we're about 500 points behind. To be honest, I was actually expecting a bit higher than 12,000, considering our GPU did really well in the single performance, but obviously there's something going on with our second GPU now, and I think that's limiting performance. And we can take a look here at some of the websites which I compared my scores against. So if you remember our graphics score at 11,030, you'll see here that we are behind by a bunch. So 2080 Ti NVLink, so they got a 12,800, which means we are 1,800 points behind. But the interesting thing here is his single GPU score, we smashed it by 300 points. So we're definitely lagging behind here because of that second GPU, and we can have a look at a second source. This is TweakTown, by the way, and our second source over here is hothardware.com. You can have a look here at two GeForce RTX 2080 Ti's. They scored a graphics score of 12,666, putting us behind by quite a bit. Being at 11,000. So I think there's a lot of improvement here. There's definitely something wrong with one of the GPUs, but we are going to get that sorted, and we'll be right back after we receive that GPU to test it out. So we've installed the water block, the GPU is in the first slot in the machine. It is time to benchmark. Let's see if we have gotten rid of all of that screen tearing, and let's see if we can beat our scores in Time Spy Extreme. But first off, let's have a look at some of the Glam Footage shots of this PC, and then we'll head on into the benchmarking. And there we have it, our single graphics score of 6,890 as opposed to our 6,700 that we're getting. So we're already 200 points better in the single card performance. And the best part about this was there was absolutely no screen tearing like last time. So let's go ahead and see how the NVLink performance is. And so there we have it, guys. The issue is all fixed. 12,544, which pretty much matches that 12,600 that we showed you that other people were getting with the NVLink 2080 Ti's. So I'm glad this is all finally fixed. I'm glad it's all up and running. I can finally now get to using this PC. The reason why we didn't go with any 30 series cards is because there was none left in stock, and we can't really afford them. They're pretty expensive at the moment. So I'd much rather use the two 2080 Ti's, which were sitting around for other systems, waiting to be used, so why not chuck them in this and actually get some use out of them? Now it's time to overclock this system. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, guys. Please remember to leave a like, consider subscribing, and check out other videos on the channel. YouTube will have a recommended video to the side of me. Go ahead and click that if you want to watch some more, or you can check out the other video that I have linked as well. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.